All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kingsley, and here's Engineer Desmond. And today we have a very important topic that we want to talk about. So, if you want to build a house right now in Nigeria, and it's your first house and you've never done it before, what are the processes that you need to follow? If you reach out to us and you say, okay, I have a land in the village or wherever, what are the processes that you need to follow? Because I just realized that a lot of people don't really know the process that they are supposed that goes when they want to build a house. For instance, somebody would just reach out to me and say, "Hey Kingsley, please, how much will it cost me to build a 5-bedroom duplex?" Forgetting that there are a lot of factors that goes into building a house or going into any project, which we are supposed to ask you first and then get these answers from you, or we're supposed to ask you questions and get certain information from you. That's what will determine how much it will actually cost you to build maybe a duplex or a bungalow and all of that. Also, some people forget that because this house costs 50 million naira in this person's village, it might not cost 50 million naira in your own village. It might be more for in your own village. It might be less. So basically, we just want to guide you through the process of when you want to build your house for the first time, what you need to do or what you need to know. So, Engineer Desmond, over to you. So, what's the first thing that a first-time builder or somebody that just wants to start a project, what's the first thing that the person needs to do or needs to know? You know.
All right, thank you so much, my brother Kingsley. The first thing one should take into consideration is, meaning after you have gotten a land, because houses are not built on a place that is not a land. It has to be on top of a land. That's a piece of land, a property.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing first is you have a picture, a pictorial kind of house of what you have in mind. You should have a picture of a house of what you have in mind. If you don't also have that in mind, you can reach out to us and we will share you pictures of what, but you should be able to have something in guide.
Of course.
Exactly, like I want 1 room, I want 2 rooms, I want. Some people build houses based on the size of family they have. Some people also build a house based on prospects, on what they expect in front. Some people also build a house based on the expectation, oh, is that for commercial purpose or for residential and what have you.
Yeah.
So the first thing first is when you've gotten a land, even if you don't have a land, but you should have something in mind, and then you reach out to us. We assist you in bringing your dream come true, but you must have something in mind. But if you don't also have something in mind, we'll guide you. But it is expedient because they are just like someone who doesn't have a O-level certificate and you want to go into university, a higher college. That's not possible at all. You should be able to. There are steps to follow. So once you've gotten that land and you reach out to us and you have something in mind and you don't have anything in mind, we will be able to guide you and tell you what you need to do. And what are those things? Number one, we need to visit your property.
Yeah, site inspection.
You have to do site inspection. Just like my brother here said before when he was analyzing our topic this a while ago. For the fact that Soso house is built in the other place for 20 million does not mean that your own will be less or higher. That can only happen if only inspection is done on your site. Some years, almost a year now, just 2 months away from making it to be 1 year, we did a project with one of our clients that is already currently running, a 2-story building. We did an estimate for sand. And the price we actually, the price we stated for sand, we went there and we were able to get cheaper.
Yes.
Fine. And then, so be it. And we also make some savings for the client. Okay, these are the things that the prices are different in different locations.
Yeah.
We know that there are universal things like cement, cement and then rods and all those things are, but there are things, for example, someone building house in Lagos State, another person building house in the east part of Nigeria. You are not going to bring sand from Lagos State to come and walk, in the east part of Nigeria, neither will you carry sand from the Lagos State or east to the northern part of Nigeria or the west. Neither will you carry sand from one state to the other. In every locality, there are sand vendors and there are dumps. These things are basically got in maybe the riverine or the dump area where sand. And depending on the proximity, the price can be higher or it could be less. Okay. For example, in the Ebonyi State part of Nigeria, that's Abakaliki area. That is the area we know to have so much quarry. That they have these granites, and so we have these companies who have the equipment. So if you go there to buy granite, that is chippings. Now, assuming your site is just behind that company, okay. You trust me, the price will be, because the cost of price is the same, but it's the transportation, the diesel and the truck drivers that will make the price to go higher. So those are the differences. So, but some people will just come and say, give me a rough estimate. It is not done like that. You should have something in mind. And then we inspect your site. Then based on that, what you have in mind, we go into design. After the design, we do a bill. So that you know exactly what you're expected to spend. Yeah. And also, in most people's locality, there are markets, there are factories. Yeah. Like where we're working in Asaba, there's this cement factory around the vicinity. So when we come to your area, we'll find a way to locate such kind of place. Fine. And then see how we can have the best deal. Yeah. But if I'm buying cement, 9,000 naira, for example, where I'm working, depends maybe because of the transportation and delivery to the site, and it comes at 9,000 naira. And I come to your place and there is a factory. I will not come and start lying to you and say, okay, this cement is this. Cement, I will now tell you, this cement, we can get it at 7,300. And imagine the savings you will make. Yeah. So coming to tell us, oh, I want to build a house, how much? You must go through due diligence and due process. That is why a lot of people have come, and then at the end, when they are not able to get that thing they want in the fast track way, we are there to make it faster for you, but you have to go through the process. Because when you go through the process, it guides you and it guides me properly. Thank you.
All right. So, in addition to what the engineer has said, when somebody reached out to us a while ago, when we said we want to do site inspection, the person was like, "There's no need." The land is already there. I know how many plots the land is and all of that. But you forget that lands are different in different places. We've told you guys a story about the project that we were to do in somewhere in the east, and we just went into that project. They just told us about the location of the land and everything. We didn't do a site inspection. It was when we got there that we now found out that for you to bring a truck of sand into that place, the road was so bad.
You have to pay double the price.
So now either two things now happen. Either we have to pay double the price to bring the sand into the site because of the bad road, and sometimes the tippers could not get to the site. So we have to now drop the sand somewhere, and we have to now start paying extra labor to go to that place and go and bring the sand with wheelbarrow and come to the site.
The distance is very far.
Now, the distance is very far. That ended up making the budget of that project to soar. So these are the things that we look at before we will say, okay, this is how much we are going to. Because if we go to your site and we see that the road is very bad, then we are going to factor the fact that if transportation ordinarily will cost you 10,000 naira, because of the very bad road, transportation might cost you 15,000 naira. In addition, most people will actually reach out and say, please, how much will it cost me to build this 5-bedroom duplex? Forgetting that because the house looks the same externally with the other house that you saw, the inside of the house might not be the same. This person might build 4-bedroom. You might come and say you want to do 6 or 7 bedrooms. The price will definitely not be the same, right? And also, this one is one of the biggest advice I will give you today, or we are going to give you today. Take it. If you want to build, like you have a project that is coming up or that you intend to do, here's what you are going to do. this issue of calling engineers all over the place. I beg, how much will it cost me to build a 5-bedroom duplex? Everybody will just be throwing figures at you. It's wrong. You are wasting your time. It's simple. The first thing you need to do, get a drawing. Give the survey plan of that land to an architect. Let the architect actually design your drawing for you. Engineer, is it not?
Exactly.
Let them, the architect actually do your drawing. After the architect has done the drawing for you, you can now use that drawing and do what is called a bill of quantity. You give it to either an experienced engineer or a quantity surveyor. They are going to do what is called a bill of quantity. We do it. A lot of people that have reached out to us on this channel, we've done bill of quantity for them. Some of them just come, they don't even want us to bill for them. All they just want is for us to give them a bill of quantity for their project. You know, we've done it like that. Several people, they just pay and get the bill of quantity and they go. So get you an architectural drawing, full working drawing, then give it to an engineer or a quantity surveyor. Let them use that drawing and come up with a bill of quantity for you. Because any bill of quantity that anybody gives you outside of what that drawing says, you are just wasting your time. Because it's either the budget will be too much or it will be under. You know? So if you are intending to build a house maybe in 1 year time, the easiest way for you to know how much you should budget is spend some money and do the drawing, and also spend some money, pay for a bill of quantity, let it be done for you. At least from that bill of quantity that is given to you at that time, the house might cost you 50 million, the bill of quantity at that point rather, might say that house will cost you 50 million, right? You now know that, okay, probably in 6 months or 7 months time that I'm ready to start. If probably there's a decline in the Naira or something, instead of 50 million, I might just spend 70 million to get this house up and running. You know, that saves you the stress and the headache of calling so many engineers and asking them for price. How much you will take to this one? Engineer, please just tell me. Just guess. Just give me a rough estimate.
And adding to what you just said,
yeah.
If you come up with your decisions of building,
yeah,
and apparently we know very well that planning is part of life.
Yes.
Everybody plan ahead. People plan ahead 2 years ago, 3 years to come and everything, which is good. What the bill of quantity helps you to do is called bill of quantity. The word bill is bill money. Quantity is quantity.
Yes.
Now,
of materials.
Materials, good. The bill is the money and the quantity is the quantity. That's the numbers.
Yes.
If this house is 5 bags of cement, 100 bags of cement that we take to take care of this house, the quantity stays, but the money value can always change.
Of course.
But so if you are to do this house now, if you have that bill now, and you are not able to do that job, now cement is sold for less than 8,000, 7,000 something, depending on locations.
Yeah.
And if you're buying in truck price, you can actually buy for 7,250, 7,300 currently as at now. And then if you have that bill on that price, depending on the time, and then you are not able to execute that project that time, and you want to do it whenever you are ready, depending on the budget you've seen, the quantity stays.
Yes.
The number of rod, number of cement, what will only change is the price.
The price, okay.
So you can still on your own marry the price. Now, calling, nobody's stopping you from calling several engineers to get price. After all, you're in a marketplace. You're a marketplace, sorry. Someone who goes to the market to buy, you are not stick to buying in one place. You can only do that if you are convinced. Oh, I just saw your work, I want to know. Check places, check other persons, but by that, look for like minds. You should have something. For example, I want to buy clothes. There's a kind of clothes I want. Clothes has so many designs and so many. So there's a kind of things you want, and then buy them according to, check this price according to. You look at someone, you say, okay, this person knows what he wants to do, and this is a person I think the quality is okay. Low quality, high quality, you know what you want. Build on that. You cannot meet an engineer who is a professional. And then you ask him, how much will it take to build this house for me? Tomorrow you now call a draftsman, a mason man, a workman, an artisan that works under an engineer and also compare price. It doesn't work. Now, most of this video we are doing is out of a wealth of experience.
Yes.
Most of these recent video we're doing, like the one we talk about scamming people, how you have to give us BOQ, cost of inspection fee and everything, are wealth of experience. Every video we do and talk about this thing, such as this one. Now, a while ago, a client in this our channel wants to build a very big house. I don't want to mention specific number of the kind of size of the house. A very big house. But when I revisited, now I've visited the foundation, I saw that they've started it before, and it wasn't well done. It's disarray. The money has actually gone. Things. When I asked for the drawing they use that governed this job, it was a paper.
Yes, I've seen that one several times.
It was a paper. Are you seeing me? So how do you expect to spend close to 50 million naira
to build a house?
To build this kind
and
of
you can't do drawing.
And you are now calling an artisan and said, I know him through this one. It's a paper. We should be more. We should put value in our money.
Yeah.
We should put value in your own money, not my money, because whatever I'm trying to help you do is your money. And then you come to us and we tell you are going to pay 50,000, 300,000, 150,000, 500,000 to do a bill, to do a drawing, depending on the size of your house, and then you are getting angry. Yet, an artisan in your site is there. By the time you give him money, by the time you offload, okay, after all, engineer, I'm going to buy my materials, fine, buy. By the time you offload one trailer load of cement that is 900 bags, artisan will say 100 bags.
Still 100 bags.
It will still 100 bags, and even by the time they offload, he will carry 200 bags and go and start building his own house.
Yes.
These are things that happen, but not in my own team. We have never do it, and I will never do it. So we are strictly into our professional fee, strictly into our labor fee, and also strictly into working with our team.
Yes.
Let me allow you continue, my brother.
Okay.
because what happened, I know why you laugh. Because what happened here is that for you to like our jobs and see that, oh, this is how we work, there's a result that you're expecting.
Yes.
When you want to run over that result, we have to follow our process.
Of course.
And in a way, we are saving money for you. We had a client who come and said, okay, come in and work and use a different team. The person end up spending more money. Yeah. It's not difficult for me to just come and stand and be collecting my money as supervision fee, but there's a reason why there are some challenges that happen in the site that only our team understands this thing.
Yes.
If you have people you want to join us, bring that person to be part of us. First of all, let the person come and be, because a bank will employ someone and will send the person for training.
Yes.
A bank will not just come and say, oh, you have a BSc, you have a PhD. Come and start working. Come and be the account officer. Come and be the HR. Come and start. No. You must go through a process and a training. Most of the results you see in our project will now come and tell you this house will build in 3 months. This house will do in this house will do that. We are doing these jobs everywhere. Like currently, we are doing a compound floor that's almost a plot of land. That job now is just 1 week plus. We are done. When I sent pictures to my client, it was like, wow. Engineer, by this night, I'm supposed to be from UK. I'm coming to Nigeria. I have a conference in Abuja. I will reach my village to see. Okay, will you guys meet me? I said, sir, you will not meet us. But if you are coming, just because to give you honor, I'm going to be around for you to come. So that I take you around. Because he was least expected. Under the season that rain is falling, how to convey materials to that place, how to get materials, but we were able to. And then there are days that materials will not come to site. I will be able to talk to my guys. For 2-3 days, they will not work. They will just stay. But these guys are not being paid by salary, but they will endure and stay, and they will not give me pressure because this is my team members.
Yes.
Those are the things.
Okay. So I'll just analyze the scenario that happened just a few days ago for you. We had a client reach out to us. He will probably be watching this video right now. And he provided logistics, of course. We went to his site
for inspection.
And we inspected the site and gave him report back and everything. Now, here's where we had the challenge. We had given him a bill because we didn't start the job. Somebody else started it, and they got to somewhere. So when he saw our job here, he liked it, and then he reached out to us. And after the inspection, a bill of quantity was given to him to take the building from the first decking where they have taken it to the roofing level, and then we're going to do the roofing for him and all of that. Now, we spoke to him, and he said, okay. After the bill was given to him, he said that he wasn't okay with the labor fees. In fact, the next thing he now said was that, okay, he would like to use the labor, the guys that he used to raise the house to that point, that's his own labor men, then we should do the supervision alongside his own engineer. Initially we accepted it, but when we went back to go and think about it again or brainstorm on it, we now said, no, it's a bad idea, for us to accept to bring his own. He made an offer to us about how much he's going to pay for the supervision fee, which we accepted, but on the condition that he is not going to bring. Okay, we accepted the supervision fee quite well. I'm coming to something. And then later, when we now went back to think about it, and we said, no, we can't work with external bodies, right? We can't work with external labor. Because the reason why the jobs we do, they are successful, people don't steal from our clients, or they don't steal materials. And most times, we might even quote for 50, we might even quote rods for 50 million. And at the end of the day, we spend just 30 million naira on rods and return the savings back to the clients. None of the boys or none of our labor or none of our workers will steal those things. It's because we have full control over the workforce. The reason why people steal from your site, or the reason why workers steal from most engineers, is because the engineers don't have control over the workers. They just come, say, okay, I want to build a house, okay, hire people from all over the place, put them together, and they start building. You don't even know the content of their character. You don't even know what they are capable of, right? So you just bring them in and just say they should start working. And from there, before you know, rod is missing. Before you know, 100 bags of cement has turned to 80 bags, 20 bags have been stolen without account, and the engineer will not even know. Before you know, you that is the owner of the house, you and the engineer will start fighting, right? So we don't do that. As we are coming to your site, we are carrying our people. We are bringing them. Once we say, it's time for us to come work for you, we mobilize them. They will come from all over the place. And as they come there, all of them are under the control of the engineer here, right? So anybody that wants to say that you steal, you are going. We are not leaving you the next day. So now here's the problem. Now, if you now bring an external workforce and come and give us people that we don't have control over, they are doing daily pay. Because the people that work for us, we don't do daily pay with them. We just, if you are the one that is to plaster, we tell you how much is it to plaster the house. We agree with you. You plaster the house, and as you plaster the house, you get paid. You are given a small fee. When you finish your job, you get your money. So when you now hire people that you are paying them on the daily, they can just come and sit down there and just stretch their leg and lay 3 blocks and tell you the engineer, don't tire. So what we now have, since we have our team people, we bring them to your village. Once we come to your village or to your site, the only thing they came there for is to work. So they will put speed and make sure that let's do this very fast and get out of here and go and do something else.
And go see families and go and rest.
Exactly. So we now, because here's the thing, we have had this issue like 2 or 3 times where we've allowed clients to give us workers. We will just come and do the supervision. And it has always ended in problems.
Yes.
It has never ended well.
Because we don't have control over them. Because just like the recent scenario, now the client brought our own person.
Yes.
Now, most times we will give them a job and the job will end by 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Now, they started washing their body. They want to go. They want to go back to their houses because they are living around. But if it's my team, I don't do that. By the time you finish this one by 2 o'clock and I check your energy. In companies, people do overtime. Yes. And in so doing, you can speed up the job.
Yes.
It's not by compulsory that they have to overwork themselves. But trust me, people double task. It's everywhere. Yes. There are a lot of people who work in the day, work in the night, just to make their money. We have done inspection about 5-6 sites in a day, depending on your energy.
Yes.
People do double tax job. Even in the diaspora, people do it, and this is something we know. Yes. So sometimes when we're in that site, my team will finish job. The guys, the person provided will finish job sometime by 2-3.
Yes.
And then I will now come good to them. Say, no, you are not the one to employ us. So now this person call us, concern you, I beg, we don't finish our work, pay us for that day. Meanwhile, they gave you work that you work from morning till 2 o'clock and you got like 8,000 naira. And then I will just add extra 1,000 or 2,000 naira and you do more. And that thing that would have been left for the next day, we now finish it that day. And by then, we are, because I have the capacity to supervise, I have other engineers that work with me when it comes to supervision. So those are the things. So we have decided to go with our team. But so whereby you don't always accept that part, it will not give us that result you want. And for us to come to the studio, or come to a studio like this, or come to our site and start recording and give you examples, all these sites we are working are verifiable. Most of you, if you want to see our site, I will not even get there. I will just point to the site. I will say, look at my site there. If you reach out to us and maybe you want to see our site, I won't even go there. I will just point you. I'll give an address.
Yeah.
We are giving people an address online.
Yes.
We reach out to us. So that's your site. I saw your work in so place, and that same place. We'll give you, just send the address. We'll give you somebody's number. Go and verify by yourself. Find out the character, the attitude, because it's not just about knowing job. I have a lot of engineer friends today who knows so much job today, but they don't have job.
Yeah.
Because the attitude is not there. It's not about knowing job. It's the attitude. Everything has to play in to work successfully. Yes. And this thing can only be done with a teamwork.
Yes.
Those who understand you, those who knows that this is what our guy stands for, this is what he stands for, this is what he does, this is what he does. If not this will happen. And these are people that, this my guy is a job provider. And they also, most time people feel, if I use my own people, it will be lesser. It's actually cheaper using our team because, trust me, they are consideration.
Yes.
Most times, like that other side will give a scenario. The truck will come and sing somewhere.
Yes.
They will not be able to move the sand. My guys will come and say, yeah, everybody, yeah, this truck must move here. They have to put effort and do everything possible to make sure the materials get to site. But when you use those other people, they do less concern.
Yes.
So the summary is that you do not have control over the people that are not your team. That is why we have to work with our team.
Yes, and also, let me finish the story I was telling you guys. So, these are the reasons why we told that this particular client I was telling you about, that we are not going to use his people. And, well, I think he got angry, and he called back and said he wants to speak with the engineer privately. And the engineer said I should tell him that he should speak with both of us, since that's how the conversation had been going.
Yes.
And
for transparency.
For transparency.
And
accountability.
And trust me, sorry to my brother, I'm not really cutting you. Most times, most of these clients we're working for, we have a WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Money paid in is documented in that group.
Yes, everybody sees it.
Everybody sees it. The money comes into my account, but everybody sees it.
Yes.
So it's an open thing, so that you will not come tomorrow and say, did not receive this money.
Yes.
So we say let the conversation be left open. It's a transaction, it's a business transaction. It has to be left open for everybody to be of known.
Yeah, and obviously he wasn't happy about it, and that was how we ended that deal.
Yeah.
So basically, you've heard the reasons why we prefer using our people, because if you see all these fine things, that houses that you see on this channel, or all these things that you hear us say we are doing,
or this or that.
It's not. It's because we have our own people that we use. That is why we're able to achieve those results. So if you now come and want to hire us, and then you want to come and change that pattern, or you want to come and bring modification into our system, it's going to give us some issues.
We could always go back and front about our labor fees, our supervision fee, and come to a terms and agreement.
Yes.
That is okay. It's called marketplace. But you telling me that you give me a total strangers to work with who do not understand my style. Man, there's a way I train my plumbers. There's a way I train my electrician. For example, the electrical guys that work for me, these guys, they do CCTV camera, they do sound system. Like if you go to the mall, you saw the sound playing on the roof. They do smart work, they do sound system, they do intercom. One electrician, but I have also met electrician too. He does one. He's only just to do switch and lights. He doesn't know the other. So by the time you start breaking out the money, okay, 10,000, we assume you want to build a house, and the total cost of electrical work was like 1 million naira. 10,000 goes to 100,000 go for sound system, 100,000 go for 200,000 go for light and switches, 100,000 go for sound. This one go. Before you know, you are spending. But I bring my electrician, he will collect like 400, 500, 600,000 and do everything. These are guys that I have to bring him from Lagos. I don't mind paying his transport. And these are someone I have known since 6-7 years ago.
Yes.
A trained electrician, the two of them, they do also do solar inverter. You know about it. These are something that, like the plumber that works for me is an innovative plumber. He works in Lekki. He knows about PPR pipe. He knows about pressure. The other day I did a job in someone's house, and we rented that house for a tenant. So we're in Port Harcourt. And then the tenant came with problems because maybe she didn't have money to renew that rent, because she wanted to like cook up stories, you know. And then the man said, I remember the man answered, we went to our WhatsApp chat and saw that when an engineer was building this house, we were using PPR pipe. PPR pipe is this type of pipe that don't leak as it's use machinery to bring them together. It's stocky kind of quality pipe. Now I bought them and we use it. So engineer, we are going, and I thank God I'm still the caretaker of that property, even as much as I've delivered the house. And then I swing into action. What did I do? I called the plumber. I said, look at the situation we have found, you know, that the lady said water is leaking from the decking. And we checked through our plumbing M&E drawing. There was no plumbing work running through there. All the plumbing work was on the external walls. But because the pressure was much, I don't know how the water came. We saw some trouble. I just called the plumber. He came with the pressure testing machine. That same guy, we tested physically. There was no leakage from that place. We saw that there was a trouble. And the lady was given quick notice. Now, if I did not, if I now come to your side and now use your plumber, who does not understand my style, when those things happen, how do we do? How do we resolve them? How do we resolve them? That is why I take the pens out of my supervision fee to move my teams from one place to the other. Sometimes I have to lodge them in a hotel. Sometimes we have to get the house for them. Sometimes we go to people's house, community, we rent the house. Sometimes if this job will last for 6 months, we rent 1 year. If this job will last for 3 months, we rent 6 months just to give leverage. We rent a house so that they can do this work. They give us results that to be suitable for everyone. Now to end this very topic before we go to another one. Now, most times we also share on our channel here that we work and we have leftover materials. You've mentioned that before. The people who help us achieve this are laborers. The artisan who is an iron bender knows that the rod has remained. Engineer is not spirit. Engineer will not be in the site always. There are sometimes engineer may not be there for whatever reason. But this guy knows that the materials has remained and he will not touch it. The mason know that the woods, every materials, even we sometimes work with the close by site. Some people will just come and say, oh, please, can you borrow us one cement? When I buy my own, they say, please call our guy. And the person will never call because he knows that the problem, you know. But by the time they are able to convince the common laborers in the site, and that's how the thing starts.
Of course, no. Well, you know, cements are...
We work with those who are responsible. We don't just pick people. People work with those who are responsible. Those whom I'm not saying that there are no Judas in every 12, but those that has the fears and loyalty for me. Because I have to be accountable for everything that happened in your projects and in your site. Because you will not come and start asking anybody. It is me, you know.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right. So these are some of the few things that we just want to talk about. There is more. Or there are more issues that we talk. I think we'll still make another video on this issue. We don't want this video to be up to an hour because, trust me, we've had a lot of experiences with clients. And we've seen a lot of mistakes that a lot of clients make in this process. So, but the information we've given you now is super legit, and it's something that we've gone through and we've seen. So, take it for what it's worth for now. If you have any questions, our numbers are down there, and probably they might be in this video. I'll put it in this video too, so you can give us a call, send us a message on WhatsApp to make inquiries, or if you have a project that you want us to look into or to handle for you, we're very much available. And my name is Kingsley. This is Engineer Desmond. And of course, this is the Building Face YouTube channel. And buildings, constructions is what we do. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
Thank you.
All right, sir.